Hello, thank you for tuning into this video. Today I wanted to talk about the Charlotte Tilbury eye palette that came out for holidays this year. This is the Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize palette. So I wanted to do a little bit of an eye look using this palette today. I'll show you the swatches of all the colors on my arms and just talk a little bit about my thoughts about this palette. So here it is here. I have used this once since I got it. I actually got it like during that early pre-order thing that she had on for 72 hours or something when it first came out. I've only used it once since I bought it, and I focused I think only on this Happy Glow section here. Although I think I might have actually used that darker matte brown from the Seduce Glow section as well. I can't quite remember, it was quite a while ago. So I actually today wanted to focus on, you know, either one or both of these trios in the middle here. So the Love Glow, which is the reddy toned one, or the Dream Glow, which is this purple toned one. We'll see where I take this today. I thought we could start out with just some swatches on my arm so we can kind of just see all the different colors, and that you know, might give me some inspiration and some direction for where I want to bring the eye look today. All right, so let's go in with the swatches. I've rolled my sleeve up here and I am going to start off with the Happy Glow trio. So here's the Happy Glow trio right there. Very nice. This trio is a little bit more orangey on my skin tone than I would think looking in the pan. So let's see how the next trio goes. All right, here we go with the Love Glow trio. Oops, okay, there's that shade. There's the matte shade, and so here is the Love Glow trio. These ones are looking a little bit more true to what color I'm seeing in the pan. All right, here we go with the Dream Glow trio. Oh, I really love this lightest metallic shade here. That's so pretty. I think I might be using that one today. So that is the Dream Glow trio. And last up we have the Seduce Glow trio, which is kind of that dark brown. So I'm gonna do this on my other arm, which is actually a lot easier for me to swatch on, so I probably should have started with that. So there is the Seduce Glow trio. And there are all the shades swatched. So now that I've seen all of the shades swatched, I do feel like I have a bit of an idea where I want to go with my eye look today. To start out, I am going to go with this dark red kind of matte here. And I just have a little bit of concealer over my eyelid with a tiny little bit of loose powder that I used to set it. Definitely well pigmented. And very, very easy to blend out. And here we go into the other eye. Oof. Oh, it's so nice to blend out. Now, like, this is a color that I think a lot of people could be nervous about using. You know, it's quite deep, it's red, which a lot of people are, I think, you know, not so inclined to go for red shadows, but the way this is blending out is just so easy, and I think the tone looks really, really beautiful as well. It's not as scary as one might think upon first seeing that shade. So that's just that dark red matte all over the crease. It blended out like an absolute dream. I will go in next with the same brush I used for that red shadow. I've wiped it off on a cloth. I'm going to go in with this middle Love Glow shade here. So I just focused that sort of on the outer half of the lid here and blended a little bit up into the crease. It blends beautifully, both in terms of texture and in terms of the color with the first matte that I put on there. So next I want to go in with this, the Dream Glow shade. For that, I'm going to use my Refer 21 brush. This shade, from swatching it, it felt like it's a little bit more densely packed than some of the other shimmers in the palette, but I don't seem to be having any problem picking it up. So let's see how this goes on the rest of the lid. This is so much shinier and brighter when I put it on the lid than it was in the swatch. All right, so here we have those three colors on my lid. This palette is seriously such a dream to use. It is so easy to blend out, and I'm used to using nice quality eyeshadows. You know, I'm used to Natasha Denona, Tom Ford, all those sort of fancy eyeshadows, Pat McGrath. But there is something about this that is just really making me so happy. It's so easy to work with. I love it. So I would like to put a little bit of shimmer on my inner corner. Now, normally I think I would just continue on with this same shade here from the Dream Glow, but since I want to show you a little bit more, you know, variety, I'm going to use this shade from the Love Glow. So I know this is deeper than the one that I put on the inner portion of my lid, but I think it'll be okay. And I'm just dragging it a little bit sort of across the inner third of my lower lash line as well. And this shade as well is just super duper easy to work with and apply. I'm using a brush that, you know, I normally wouldn't think would be very good for an inner corner application. It's like a flat brush. And normally I would use a much smaller kind of probably, you know, pointier or round tipped brush, but this is not presenting any issues whatsoever. So there we have that on the inner corner and the inner third of the lower lash line. And now to finish off the lower lash line, I'm actually going to go in with this shimmery shade from the Seduce Glow trio. Again, I'm just taking this Refer 21 brush. Okay, I like that, and I'm actually going to use the deeper shimmer shade just right on the outer corner here. Great, okay, so this is the eye look. I will put a little bit of brown on my upper waterline, and I'll put some mascara on, and then I'll come back with the whole completed eye look. So here's the completed eye look with the brown on the upper waterline and some mascara. I'm absolutely thrilled with this palette. I have used some other Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows before. I have the Golden Goddess quad, and I have the Pillow Talk quad, and I have a couple of her Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadow shades. This by far is my favorite Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow, the formula and palette that I have ever used. I did not like the Golden Goddess quad at all. I haven't retried that in a while. I got it a couple of years ago and I wasn't impressed with it. And I tried it a few times and I just couldn't get it to work for me. So, and then the Pillow Talk quad, I was quite excited to get because, you know, there's so much hype about it and a lot of people really love it. And I did find that the formula was quite good in that for me, but the colors were not showing up even remotely like they looked in the palette. So they looked in the palette like these beautiful kind of dusty rose type shades. And then when I put them on my lid, they were just like a peachy brown kind of tonal area, which is not a bad thing. And like, I like those tones, but that's not what I wanted from the Pillow Talk quad. So I'm sure a lot of the way that it showed up on me has to do with my skin tone, but it was kind of a disappointment for me. So I really don't go to that quad too much, but this is awesome. And I don't have any of her other like palettes of this size. Now that I have become more acquainted with this and I know how good these shadows are, I am actually kind of tempted to try out the Pillow Talk one that's this size. I'm quite tempted to test that out, so we'll see. I need another eyeshadow palette, like I need a hole in the head, particularly because I am barely even wearing much eyeshadow these days, but this is amazing. Like, this is really, really good. So I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about this Charlotte Tilbury Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotize palette today. This is still available and I do recommend it. I think this is really, really great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those down below. And if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe down below. Thanks. Bye.